What's going on, everyone? LA Sports back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be going over tons of New York Giants news, the 53-man roster, the practice squad news, the moves that we have made, the trade we made a couple of days ago, and of course all the waiver pickups. So a lot of interesting news came out in the last couple of days, but we're going to start off with the 53-man roster. So we're going to start off at the quarterback spot. We got Mike Glenn and Daniel Jones. The offensive line spot, we got Mike Bredeson, who we traded for, Nick Gates, Will Hernandez, Shane Lemieux, Matt Parrott, Billy Price. We also traded for Nate Solder and Andrew Thomas. The New York Giants did go with 5 running backs, but 2 of them are fullbacks. So Corey Coleman did get cut. He's now with Dallas. They picked him up. But for the 5 running backs, we got Saquon Barkley, Devontae Booker, Gary Brightwell, Cullen Glassfia, and Eli Penny. They went to take 7 receivers: C.J. Board, Kenny Galladay, Dante Pettis, John Ross, Sterling Shepard, Darius Slayton, and Kadarius Toney. As for Dante Pettis, I have a feeling that he is going to be off the team, especially because of the pickups, the waiver pickups. They had to let him go off the 53-man. Same with C.J. Board, but it sounds like they're going to bring him back. So that's that for the wide receivers. For the tight ends, Evan Ingram, Kyle Rudolph, Kane Smith, pretty obvious, the 3 that I predicted there. The defensive line is what I picked: Austin Johnson, Raymond Johnson the 3rd, Dexter Lawrence the 2nd, Danny Shelton, and Leonard Williams. For the defensive backs, they went with the surprising one: Sam Beal, James Bradbury, Keon Cross, and Darnay Holmes, Adoree Jackson, Josh Jackson, Julian Love, Xavier McKinney, Jabril Peppers, Logan Ryan, and Rodarius Williams. For the linebackers, they kept Cam Brown, Lorenzo Carter, Carter Coughlin, Tate Crowder, Trent Harris, who may not make the team, Blake Martinez, Azeez Ojulari, Reggie Ragland, Ellerson Smith, O'Shane Zimenez, and for the special teams, Riley Dixon and Graham Gano. That is for the 53-man roster. As for the trade the New York Giants made, they traded for another offensive lineman, Ben Bredeson. This trade with the Baltimore Ravens. Bredeson was a former 4th-round pick of last year. He was drafted right in front of Shane Lemieux. So the Giants get him. He's a good guy who could probably be a good depth piece. The Ravens have a stacked offensive lineman group, so it makes sense why they traded him. And the Giants only have to trade a 4th-round pick for next season. They get the offensive lineman, as well as a 5th-round pick in 2022 and a 7th-round pick in 2023. Very good trade. The Giants get 2 picks and a player for 1 pick, so I like the trade. He's going to be entering his 2nd season. He played 10 games last year. He was used quite a bit in the special teams role, but he's definitely a guy who can be a good depth piece for the Giants. And then they also brought in Matt Skura today, who I think could be a starter. He is one of those, guys with some Matt Skura, not Skura. He's a guy with some experience. He's a veteran. He's 28 years old. So I think he might have a chance to start. We could see him start at the center spot. We could see Nick Gates move over to left guard, and that drops Shane Lemieux into more of a depth role. We should see, pretty soon what the starting O-line is going to be, but I think the Giants are really showing that they're really, really looking to make some moves on that O-line, get some depth, as they have been doing in the past couple of days. Another interesting signing the Giants made was bringing in Quincy Roche. Now, he is a guy that I was super high on all the way coming through into the draft. I really, really like him. I like what he brings as an edge rusher. He was originally on the Pittsburgh Steelers. They drafted him. He went later in the draft than I thought he would have. I thought he would be a 3rd or 4th round pick. He ended up going in the 6th round. And then the Giants picked him up, so a good sneaky pickup right there. I love the pickup. I talked really highly about him. I made a video, maybe 2 about him, right before the draft when I had Chris the Entertainer Talking Sports on my channel. I talked a lot. We talked a lot about him and how we wanted the Giants to draft him potentially in the 4th round. But at the end of the day, they don't have to waste a draft pick on him, and they're going to get him on the team. Colin Johnson, the wide receiver, they also claimed him. I believe that's why Dante Pettis might not end up making the roster, but definitely some interesting, pickups for the New York Giants. I like the trade. I like the pickups. I like the 53-man roster. Maybe some questionable ones. Ifeadi Odenigbo, he was cut, and I, kind of wanted to see him make the team. I think he was a guy with upside, but the New York Giants obviously thought that there was a better player for that role on their football team. But that's the 53-man roster. That's the trade for the O-lineman, and those are the main key pickups for the New York Giants. But you guys let me know what you think, about all the news over the past few days. And as always, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. See you guys all in the next video.